Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We're still working on Henry VI Part 3 and today we get to hear from Clifford in Act 2 Scene 6. So the War of the Roses is still raging, and a couple scenes ago, it was a very short scene that we didn't get a monologue from, but I told you about it. Richard and Clifford meet and fight, but then Warwick entered, which gave Clifford enough time to run away, and Richard went running after him like, dude, I got this one. So then yesterday and the day before, we were hanging out with the king who was watching the battle, and then we had a father who had killed his son, and we had a son who had killed his father, showing us exactly how horrible this whole war is, to be splitting up families and having them kill each other and all that kind of stupid stuff. So it's not stupid stuff, it's war. It's war, and war is terrible. So at the start of Act 2 Scene 6, Clifford kicks off this scene by coming in with an arrow sticking out of his neck because apparently Richard got him. So he comes stumbling in with an arrow sticking out of his neck, and he says, "Here burns my candle out. Aye, here it dies, which whiles it lasted gave King Henry light. O Lancaster, I fear thy overthrow, more than my body's parting with my soul. Love and fear glued many friends to thee, and now I fall. Thy tough commixtures melt, impairing Henry, strengthening misproud York. And whither fly the gnats but to the sun? And who shines now but Henry's enemies? Oh, Phoebus, hadst thou never given consent that Phaeton should check thy fiery steeds, the burning car never had scorched the earth. And Henry, hadst thou swayed as kings should do, or as thy father and his father did, giving no ground unto the house of York, they never then had sprung like summer flies. I and 10,000 in this luckless realm had left no mourning widows for our death, and thou this day hadst kept thy chair in peace. For what doth cherish weeds but gentle air? And what makes robbers bold but too much lenity? Bootless are plaints, and cureless are my wounds. No way to fly, nor strength to hold out flight. The foe is merciless, and will not pity, for at their hands I have deserved no pity. The air hath got into my deadly wounds, and much effusive blood doth make me faint. Come York, and Richard, Warwick, and the rest, I stabbed your father's bosoms, split my breast." And then he kind of lies there for a little bit while York and Richard and Warwick all enter, and George, they enter, and they're talking about how well they're doing in the war. And then they hear Clifford sort of give a death moan, and they're like, "What is that? What is that?" And shortly thereafter, Clifford dies, but they don't realize quite yet that he's dead, so they sit and mock him and taunt him for a while until they realize, yes, he is actually dead, at which point Warwick has some plans on what they should do next, which is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So yeah, I think today's monologue it's a death knell, and it's showing us once again how horrible the war is, and it's also laying some pretty significant blame on King Henry, which Clifford hadn't really done before, but now he's like, no, really, this is all the king's fault. If he had been a better king, then this whole revolt would not have happened. So we're laying the guilt on King Henry pretty thick in this play. It's a good thing it's his last play. Henry VI's last play. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for more, and we'll find out what Warwick thinks we should do next now that Clifford is dead. I mean, all of our major guys are like dead already, so what else can happen in this play, right? Some stuff. I promise there will be some stuff. I'll see you tomorrow.